number 5 of the People Also Ask series. And today I wanted to have a quick discussion with you about why you should have a content marketing strategy built around what your customers are searching for on Google and Bing. Now, primarily, this is an issue that I find most businesses are not doing. Most businesses have this really crappy blog strategy where they're showing, Sarah's birthday cake, or they're showing, Bill got a promotion from sales. Like, it's really done in a way where no one really cares about except for the internal staff. And so what I really want to talk to you today is put through your mind or how important it is to have a content marketing strategy for your SEO around what your customers are typing in. Now, ultimately, we all know that Google means to search for something. We understand that. But did you realize that Google actually provides no content whatsoever? They actually go and crawl and index content on websites found on obviously using the information found on these websites to provide the answers to the questions that their own Google searchers are actually performing each and every day. They're not creating the answers. So when someone says, I've got to Google something, that answer is coming from a site. You probably be noticed Wikipedia is like always at the top search results. So a business that doesn't have a comprehensive Q&A system built into their overall content strategy, I think is massively, massively losing out, because they're missing out on huge amounts of traffic. And so so you might be thinking to yourself, so, okay, Andrew, that's great. I'll implement a Q&A section on the site, but how can I find what my target market is searching for? And the easiest way to do that is using a service called answerthepublic.com. Answerthepublic.com. And that is the best way, in my opinion, to find out what people are searching for. You go there, you scroll down to Australian target market data set, and it's all being ripped straight from Google. And then you type in a keyword. This whole series is based on that. So I've gone to answerthepublic.com. I put search engine optimization, and it tells me roughly around 60 questions based on the when, the who, the are, the what, the which, the will, the how. For example, is search engine optimization worth it? And that's a previous podcast episode. Why use search engine optimization? Now, I can therefore not obviously produce this content anywhere. And then when someone goes to Google and types that in, it's either going to be me potentially that shows up, or my competitors. And if I'm not producing the content, I have no way to rank. Zero, nada, none. So if you don't actually have a comprehensive Q&A system that is built around what your target market is searching for, and that can obviously be, obviously your sales team might be getting questions all the time, using that data to produce content, to have a video and a blog. And once you know what someone is searching for, then the next step, number 3, is ultimately to build about 1,000-word article with a YouTube video. So it might be, 5 amazing tips, in painting my house. And then you can explain the tips, and then you might have a video that then shows and demonstrates each one of those tips. And then you've got that on your YouTube channel that you can then blend into that article. That is massive, massive strategy that like 90% of businesses in Australia are not doing. And rather, they're going out and showing pictures of Sarah's birthday cake and look how awesome our company is, and we're so fun to work for, and all this horse shit that no one cares about. And they're not producing the content that their target market wants, and they're missing out on huge potential. Look, for me, in my opinion, I rather other businesses don't do this, because it just creates more competition for my own clients. So we're going to do it, and we're going to go full steam ahead. So by other agencies telling their businesses to do that is actually not in our best interest. But I'm telling you this because it's so important. I'm a digital marketer first, and digital marketing is content marketing. There's no way around it. So on social media, it looks a little bit different, this is not for that. This podcast is not to discuss what content marketing looks like on social media, but just quickly, you can use your Instagram. Going back to the painting example, every single job you go to, paint. demonstrate how awesome you are at painting. Do a 1 or 2 minute clip. Share that on Facebook. Have a Twitter account where you're engaged. Use your YouTube strategy with more long tail, maybe a 10-minute video, 5-minute video, embed them into your blog articles. And so the whole digital marketing platforms that are out there, content marketing is at the heart of it. And then when voice comes along, it inevitably shifts and changes SEO as we know it. So for us SEOs, our clients want to have 10 potential organic positions they can rank. It's going to be it's definitely going to be one. So if I'm typing in, 5 tips on how to paint my garage or paint my house, I'm going to hear the first listing and it'll be like, Google says from this particular website, the best way to paint your garage is to do X, Y, Z. If you don't like it, you might be given the opportunity or the option to sort of browse to the next one. But at this point in time, voice SEO is sort of still in its infancy, and I do expect that whole landscape platform to change over time. Personally, I hope Google wins and beats the other competitors because it will help my industry in particular. As long as where the market and the attention is, that's where I want my clients to be. So if you are not doing this strategy, not only are you being outdated right now, like you're completely behind the 8 ball, you're going to be even more behind the 8 ball when voice starts to become far more prevalent in our culture and our society. Right now, people, even my clients tell me, I'm using voice more and more. Why? Because it becomes more convenient. Search is going nowhere anytime soon. Nowhere. Why? Because or even all the marketing gurus, if you don't know how to do something, what do? You Google. Google is synonymous with search. Search is based upon what we need and want and desire. And if you don't have a strategy that is built around what your target market is actively searching for, you are missing out on huge amounts of potential. And like I said earlier, and I'm going to end it on this, either you would supply the answer to your target market or your competitors will. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.